On the podium during the course of this afternoon and in this room with the great leaders we have here today. We're particularly thrilled to have so many, as I say, of our long-standing friends and supporters for ECHO's relaunch as we aim for better. Through sound feedback, material evidence, sensible measurement, and valuable insight to support our clients through a journey of impact, change, and success.
I sometimes give a speech on dangerous words. Transparency is one, diversity is another, and culture is another. These are dangerous words. They're powerful because they're powerful. If you get them wrong, you can cause massive damage.
You need to inject more humanity and more emotion into how you communicate just for it to sort of make a connection. But gosh, if we get away from facts and reason, we're all doomed.
We should worry and we should debate, because this is a tsunami that is coming at us, given the sheer speed of technological advancement, that we will see a whole generation economically stranded.
Human beings seem to have four key drivers. We have the drive to acquire money and status, and you can see that at the core of a lot of what businesses do. We also have the drive to bond, to build relationships with others. We have the drive to comprehend. And finally, this final drive, which is the drive to defend, which is very much related to all of the other drives. It's about protecting what we might own. It's about protecting the relationships we have. It's about protecting the knowledge that we have. So for me, if we think about purpose, we can have purpose in relation to all of these four things.
A sense of social purpose, a sense of a company operating in a way that builds relationships within wider society is essentially risk mitigation. And that, in my experience, is where many of these conversations start. It's not a sort of starry-eyed sense of we need to do the right thing in the world. It's how do we cope with the world.
The skill set of these roles, is just, we've been really looking into this, is so interesting around being commercially minded and having the human touch and having the EQ. So sort of that intellectual agility, but an enabling role.
Anything you do under the badge of sustainability has to drive growth, mitigate risk, reduce cost, or build trust. If it doesn't do one or more of those four, we're not going to do it.
Digital has been transformative. It's absolutely at the centre of everything we do now because it helps us reach a much bigger audience than the mainstream media does. And more importantly, it helps us reach the Commonwealth. The Queen came round to visit us a few years ago, and one of the digital team said to her, Your Majesty, Twitter. And she said, yes, what is it? And she said, well, actually, you've been around, you're 64, 65 years on the throne. You've been around the world shaking hands with people, and that's been a very important moment for those people. Twitter is like having a virtual handshake with the whole of the Commonwealth. And you could see the wheels spinning, and she absolutely got it.